Hello everyone and welcome back to Brick Country. Today we're in for a treat because we have Jedi Bob's Starfighter finally in person and on hand a week before its official release, because I had the good fortune of finding this set early at Target and I am so excited to do this review. So without further ado, let's get started. First, let's take a look at the box. We have the typical Rebuild the Galaxy art style for the three sets in this wave, and it looks pretty good. But obviously the main draw for this set are the minifigures, or rather minifigure. So let's take a look at them now. We have Jedi Bob himself, finally returning after so long. It looks like a very nice update, so I'm very excited to get him out of this box and see him in person. And then we also have the Akbar Trooper, basically a Mon Calamari clone trooper, and it's interesting, that's for sure. I wish there was something exclusive on the armor to make him more unique, because it looks like LEGO just took an Admiral Akbar head and stuck it on a clone trooper, which is pretty much exactly what they did. Now, if they had put some custom logo on it or something like that, maybe an arm printing, that would have made this character really cool to me. But since they didn't go that extra mile, it's an okay figure to have in the collection. Definitely interesting, though. Then we have a Gonk droid named Servo, or SRVO. So it's nice to get another Gonk droid, but obviously the main purchase reason for this set is Jedi Bob. So you get 305 pieces in this set, and the Starfighter itself looks very sleek. It looks about the same size as the Obi-Wan Kenobi Starfighter, with the exception of these engines and these big cannons, which beefs up the piece count just a little bit. Going to the back of the box, you can see the Akbar clone firing on Jedi Bob and Servo. The ship is nice and landed. Has the typical functions of a Jedi Starfighter with this openable hatch right here for some storage. Now, normally that would be for a R2 unit's torso, and you put the head somewhere around here. But it still looks really good, in my opinion. And I like how it still uses that space, even though there is not an R2 unit in the set. Also features the typical spring-loaded shooters, and is all around a very nice design. You can all see there's 3 engines on the back. So yeah, I think we've put off building this for long enough. So without further ado, let's get building. I gotta say, I like this set a lot more than I thought I would. When originally picking it up, I mainly was getting it for, of course, Jedi Bob, the minifigure, finally returning after so long. But the set itself, the actual Starfighter, is a very nice design. Let's talk a little more, though, about the minifigures before we dive into the design of the fighter. To start it off, we have Servo, or SRVO. And it's a very simple design for a Gonk droid, but it's also pretty unique based on its color scheme. It's a very interesting color with the dark stone gray combined with dark blue and sand blue. But I think it was the right call, as it stands apart from other Gonk droids and is a very nice overall design. Next, we have the Akbar Trooper. Now, as I was saying earlier, I really wish this minifigure had something exclusive on his torso, some sort of marking, to make him unique, because it just looks like LEGO did a copy-paste of the original clone armor, which that is exactly what they did. It is an exact copy. I've been looking at it for a while, and there's absolutely no difference. Now, one thing I don't know about is the head of this Akbar Trooper. I do not know if this is a unique Mon Calamari mold, print, but I'm not that fluent with all the Mon Calamari minifigures. So someone in the comment section, let me know. Is this a new print on this Mon Calamari head, or the same as a previous design? Lastly, we have the reason everyone's probably going to be buying this set. Jedi Bob has finally returned after so many years. Everyone was disappointed when he didn't come in the UCS gunship set, and LEGO has finally gotten around to remaking this amazing character. He has a very nice cape, more flexible capes that LEGO's done, and then he also has the old design for the hood and a green lightsaber. I love how they decide to keep the yellow skin tone for this figure, as it's just what makes him so classic. He comes with basic brown legs and a printed torso, which you might notice it's kind of hard to see through the camera, but there is some slight scuffing prints on the torso, and I really like how that looks. As for his face, the front one is his classic smile, and the other one is a more serious expression. And as a fan of LEGO Star Wars and of Jedi Bob, and not personally being able to afford the over $100 version of Jedi Bob for the original, I am very glad that LEGO has finally gotten around to releasing a $40 set where we can get Jedi Bob finally. As for the Jedi Starfighter itself, it is a very nice design. It is slightly larger than you might have expected. It's got a little beef on it. It's also got two under engines, very similar to the Anakin Jedi Interceptor based off the original Clone Wars episodes. This ship also features some large blasters on the sides, as well as some spring-loaded shooters underneath. There's also some landing gear, which can fold up to go underneath, and then two clips on either side where you can attach Jedi Bob's lightsaber hilt and blade. And then once I fold the landing gear out, you can see on the front engines there's two thrusters here, and then the back it has three more engines. So this is a very fast ship, I would imagine, with all these engines. And then it's very nicely shaped. I love the use of the rail elements here to cover up those gaps, because I don't believe the Obi-Wan Kenobi ship fixed that. It just has large gaps, so LEGO's finally got around to fixing that. And then with the cockpit itself, very nice, very simple design. I like the elements used here to make this pointed fin with the angled plates. And then the cockpit is this dark tinted color for the windshield. And then inside there's a basic printed cheese slope for the control panel, two studs on the bottom for Jedi Bob to attach to, and this clip and bar element used to make a little bit of a headrest. The last function on the ship, other than the spring-load shooters and the landing gear, is actually a small compartment right here. When you remove this slope, there is a banana and blue milk on the inside of Jedi Bob Starfighter. One complaint with that, though, is that they did not go the extra mile to print on the 1x1 sand blue or light blue brick, and it is just a brick with a modified cheese slope on it, so there is no exclusive prints. Sadly, I would love to have seen them reuse the print used with the blue Milk Luke minifigure with the bantha and stuff on it. I think that would have been really cool, but sadly they did not do that here. But all around, this is a very, very nice design for a Jedi Starfighter, and it's very comparable to other Jedi Interceptor or Starfighters that we've seen in the past. Showing real quick how you can fit in Jedi Bob. You can take his lightsaber, and you could take it apart, but I'm just going to leave it together, and you can clip it onto the bottom section, open your windshield, and thanks to the flexible cape Jedi Bob has, you can just sit him nicely inside his cockpit, and it doesn't really damage the cape element like some people might be worried. And then you can just put his head against this headrest, close him up, and he is ready to take off and fly away into battle. Lastly, I want to show it compared to two other Jedi Interceptors. We have the Caesian Tyan, sorry, it's a very hard to pronounce name, Jedi Master Caesian Tyan's Starfighter, as well as the recent Obi-Wan Kenobi Starfighter. You can see they're all very comparable in their overall shape and design. However, Obi-Wan Kenobi's, I would say, is the smallest of them, but it's also got the most heft to the middle. And as it is the smallest, here are the gaps. I was telling you that this one fixed, and this one's a very good design. I picked it up mainly for the figures, but it's a great set nonetheless. Jedi Bob Starfighter fixes that problem, as you can see, very nice slope element used to make the stripes. And then my favorite Jedi Starfighter is actually the Caesian Tyan's Starfighter. It is very nice design. It is a little larger than most, not in width, but in length. And then it has a lot of really nice play functions with some landing gear, flick-fire missiles on the bottom, place to store the lightsaber, and as well as two more flick-fire missiles on the top and an escape pod. And I just feel like the older sets just had a lot more functionality to them. So this is my personal favorite Jedi Starfighter set, but I really like the Jedi Bob one. and it'll go nicely in my collection of Jedi Starfighters. Well, there you go. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but this has been my review of Jedi Bob's Starfighter. So last thing to talk about is the price of this set. It'll be releasing August 1st for the price of $40. Now, is this set worth $40? If you are a fan of Jedi Bob, I say yes, wholeheartedly, because otherwise you're going to be forking out over $100 for the original figure when you can pay $40 for this set. So Jedi Bob, definitely worth it. If you're not a fan of Jedi Bob, or you're just a casual fan who doesn't really care that much and you just want to know, is the set worth it? I would probably say yes at $40, just because it is a beefier design. If it was the narrower design for a Jedi Starfighter, I would say that would be overpriced. But as it is a beefier design for a Jedi Starfighter, on top of getting Jedi Bob figure, I say this set is worth a $40 pickup. If you guys enjoyed this review, please remember to like and subscribe and comment below what your guys' thoughts are on this set. If you want to see more LEGO content right now, you can check it out on the end screen. I'll see you guys later. Farewell.